I've spent years living inside limits I didn't even realize I agreed to. This series is me unraveling them, slowly, honestly, and without a script. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, but it's the closest I've ever been to myself. After having the flu, I couldn't think of anything much better than the 5-star hotel, huh? Walking on in, we got the bathroom. Nothing crazy. Little office space. A funny thing about Spain and Europe in general is that there's no actual king-size beds. They are just 2 twin beds pushed together. But this, my friends, is what steals the show. Wait till the sun comes back over this. So here I am, eating crackers. All I've had in the last 2 days is crackers. And I've been getting a little bit down on myself that I haven't been working on LimitList. But I think part of the journey is, part of what I've been exploring since I haven't been at my full-time job is learning to listen to my body. I never realized in the last decade how much I had to shut that off in order to live in that world. Oh, you don't feel good. Shut it off. Go to work. Yeah. And now I don't have to live that way. And it's weird. It's taking a lot of rewiring to not feel guilty and lazy and feel like my worth takes a hit. Spa ready. I'm at a 5-star hotel, eating my leftover club sandwich from last night and drying my clothes on the patio. I really wanted a Diet Pepsi out of the fridge, but I'm trying to make more aligned decisions with my money, especially now that I don't have a secured amount coming in. And a big part of that is I've been reading this book, The Soul of Money by Lynette Twist. And she talks about aligning your values with how you spend your money. And so I had to sit down and I had to think about it. Does this align with my values? No, because it's not healthy for me. And it's really overpriced. Your limits are going to constantly pop up. And you have a choice on how you choose to respond with them. And I could have justified and been like, you shouldn't have a fear of money. It's $4. It's 4.5 euros, Megan. Come on, it's $5. But you'd be surprised how much that stuff adds up. I went through and every expense, I'm like, did this bring me joy or how do I feel about it inside? And Netflix, for example, it's not that expensive. But every time I'm on Netflix, I'm complaining that there's nothing to watch. Or if I'm binge watching something on Netflix, I always feel like I could have spent my time more wisely. So I cut that cost. And instead, now I'm not going to feel guilty when there is a video on Amazon Prime that I want to rent. Like I rented Wicked the other day for $3. I didn't feel bad about that because I actually wanted to watch that. And so, I don't know, it just is an example of how I'm learning how to navigate my fear of money by intentionally feeling good about how my money is spent. I encourage you to do the same exercise. It's very enlightening. And come at it from a place of curiosity versus anger. I remember, like, part of the reason I was never on top of my finances is because I didn't want to look at them. And thankfully, I was in a position where I was making enough money where I didn't have to do that. But even that is like not how you should be with money, even no matter how much money you're making, right? Because money has power to make change in the world. And so we should be very intentional with it. I won't go spend money on, coffee when I'm home every single day. It doesn't make sense to me anymore. It's such a good exercise. So go through your finances at least once a month. What brought you joy? What didn't? What brought you anger? What brought you happiness? What felt good to spend money on? What brought something back to you? What brought abundance to you versus took away? And then adjust how you choose to spend your money. It's not always going to be easy. Like today, for example, I've been sick with the stomach flu for a couple days. I can finally eat now, and I've been drinking just plain water forever. I wanted something fun, but it doesn't align with my values. Simple little boundary. It's going to help me overcome my limits. It's also over time going to help me overcome my scarcity of money, fear, because I'm spending it more wisely. And now what I spend money on is going to bring more back to me. See how it all goes around? I cannot believe that I'm about to be living in a vehicle traveling the southern part of Spain. Ow! I'm so excited though. Yeah. Thank you. So I just went into the Walmart of Spain called a Carrefour, and I got all the goods to turn this little car rental into a home. Cost me 83 euros, but it's costing me about 14 euros to sleep in here every night, so I'll take it. So first things first, we got the front windshield cover. We are going to put this on now, test it out, make sure it works. It is time to do the next one here, which is why I bought this roll over here. Because these ones I'm going to cut to fit. This piece is perfect for this back part. Let me show you why. It has this little doohickey on it, and that is perfect for this back area. Back here. This little part. Okay. This is a bit rough. I am very much appreciating my expensive window shades in the van. Look at this. Oh, goodness. This one is like piecemealed together. I just taped up all the excess pieces that I had. Oh, goodness. Let the adventure begin. All right, let's see what this looks like. It looks sketch. Made it to our first location. This is where I'm sleeping tonight. Nothing crazy, but it is super quiet. It feels quiet. There's other RVers here. This is going to be an experience. I've never slept in a car before, and it is tight. But the van has prepared me for this. So it's okay. All right, ice is going in the cooler. Fuck. And I just broke something in the car rental already. Well, you know what? We're going to figure that out later. Next thing we need to do is set up our bed. I brought this all the way from the US. Oh, my pee funnel. I thrived my first night in this vehicle. I thrived. This was my sleeping headquarters. Okay, let's see if I can show you this. We got my sleeping pad. I put a blanket on underneath this. So blanket, folded the seats down first. Sleeping pad, pillow that I splurged on. I thought I was really gonna hate this shelf thing, but it ended up being really nice because it's really the only way that this makeshift window covering covers everything, and then it acted as a shelf. So I put my phone up here, all my nighty stuff. I can watch TV from here. It's great. But now it's time to get ready for the day. All right, we're just gonna... When you don't know where the next gym is, and suddenly it appears. Okay, it is my first time getting gas here. Welcome to day 2. Night 2, I guess. Day 3 of SUV through Spain edition. I'd like to say I just got up, but honestly I don't know if I really ever fell asleep. The wind was wild. I wanted to do this really beautiful hike, but it's so windy. It kept me up all night, and it's so windy, and it's a dangerous hike. At least the last part of it, the summit part is. So I have decided against doing the hike, which kind of stinks because I'm a little out of the way now. So I'm headed to a coffee shop. The nearest coffee shop is 15 minutes away. It'll be nice. I'm just gonna sit there and do what I normally do every morning, which is write, and then I'll figure out what's next. I have no idea. I'm hoping to find somewhere less windy. I'm like at the point where I really need sleep. I also have realized that I don't have a good nighttime routine in the vehicle, and I don't think that that is helping with my sleep. So I'm gonna really try, and I want to read at night, but it's like more inconspicuous, I feel like, oftentimes to have my phone versus have a light on to be reading. So I think I just need to get over that, because both places that I've slept, people are in RVs. It feels different when you're in a car, I guess, with makeshift little window covers, by the way. But I think I just need to get over that, because it would be better for me to read a bit before bed versus have my phone. Regardless, I'm shutting my phone off like an hour before I want to go to sleep. I think that'll help a lot. I have a great morning routine. I need to work on my nighttime routine. Day 2, here we go. Guess what's for dinner? Another peanut butter sandwich. When you live in a vehicle, you don't have a lot of space for options, and so you have to just eat it till it's gone. At least that's what I think. The van is such a luxury, man. It sucks not being able to sit up straight in it. Today ended up being okay. The small town I was in, everything was closed. I couldn't find anywhere for lunch, which was fine. It allowed me to eat some more of the food that I have in here. I was very frustrated all day. I couldn't get a shower. I couldn't get lunch. I drove an extra hour trying to find this campsite, but it was all worth it. I feel so much better now that I'm here. It's windy again. It's insanely windy, but here with the trees, I feel a little bit more protected. It's quiet right here. There are some other van lifers right down the street. I feel safe. I needed the forest a little bit, and I actually might end up staying here. Maybe tomorrow too, just because I don't feel like I noticed that I'm starting to get decision fatigue. So I don't know. Whenever I get decision fatigue, it's usually just a sign for me to stay put for a little bit. So I might do that. But I have a meeting right now, and then I'm gonna read and go to bed.